I'm just in what I call Kevin's field, which is my lone black grouse who leks by himself, Kevin. I did a video about him last year because he just makes me laugh, but he was lekking very enthusiastically last week, and when I looked across he had 4 grey hens with him. He was losing his mind. But there were 2 lapwing nests in this field last week. One had 3 eggs and one had 2 eggs, and so I came back up to see if they're still sitting and what they're doing. And there's one still sitting up there, so she had 3 eggs. There's another one started sitting right in front of me. There's another one further down the field which had the 2 eggs. She's still sitting. And then there's also an oyster catcher, which is the first oyster catcher I've seen. They usually go a little bit later, so I think that's quite an early oyster catcher. But she's definitely sitting. Where's she gone? There she is. Yeah, I would say she's very early. For this, for where I am, because it's quite chilly still. But then again, maybe she's not, because they do sit for longer, don't they? I think they're like 30 something days for their eggs to hatch, so I think they're a longer sitter. But yeah, so 4 nests in this field. There's probably more down the bottom, but it's not a very big field, so it's pretty cool to see. I just actually did a full kind of update on nesting season so far. Obviously we're very early into it, but I did that for Scribehound, and I think you can now go and read, I think it's like 2 articles a month before you actually have to pay anything for Scribehound. So if you want to become a friend of Scribehounds, then go and check out that. It's my latest article. And like I say, as far as I know, you don't have to pay anything. I'm sure it's 2 articles a month you get that you can read before you have to pay anything. So but I did a video for them, so you can watch that. And that was just kind of a general update on what I've seen so far. It was quite a nice night tonight. I've got a new lens to test, so I have invested in cyclist. Those lapwings haven't budged, so that's good. But I usually photograph with a 200 to 400 with a 1.4 converter built into it, so it goes to 560 is what it goes to. But I kept seeing a lot of reviews for this bad boy, which is a 200 to 800. If you're a photography nerd, then you'll understand what I'm on about. But the only negative with a lens that's this big, that has that much distance in it from a 200 to an 800, is it's a f-stop 6.3, I think, to 9. So when you're at 800, you're at f9, which for me is like terrifying, because I feel like with old cameras that would have been like, I wouldn't have bought this lens at all. But with these new mirrorless cameras, you can just get away with a lot more. I think you can get away with higher ISOs, you can get away with higher f numbers, you can just play with them a lot. So I was intrigued by it, so I've bought it. I'm going to test it. Obviously if I don't like it, it will get returned. But so far I'm quite liking it, because I just thought at the end of the day, if the weather's terrible and the light's crap, I wouldn't photograph anyway, because I'm really fussy about when I go out and photograph. So having a higher f number isn't that bad for me, because like I say, I wouldn't, if it was rubbish, I wouldn't be out. So yeah, we'll see. But it obviously extends to quite a ridiculous size. So yeah, but it's so much lighter than my other lens. It's, I think, a lot lighter. So yeah, so far it seems okay. Well, 4 eggs all round, which is good. It's a good indicator that the birds are healthy and stocked up well enough to produce 4 eggs. So yeah, fingers crossed, all will be well. Oh, there's a partridge. Oh, there's a pair of partridges. 4 pairs of partridges there on this little 100 metres of road. Let's see if we can pull in. Try and get away from them. Not spook them too much. I think it's incredible. That bit of road with like a couple 100 metres. It's well, it had 4 pairs of partridges on, and then there's a 5th one further down here. And I've just seen one of the males without his hen. And it literally makes me want to cry because he's just stood there shouting his little head off. And nobody's shouting back. Partridges are like the cutest couples because they're so devoted to each other, and like they never one never runs away without the other one. They never leave each other. They feed together and they snuggle together. I know it's not snuggling because they're a bird, but they're just so sweet to watch. And oh, seeing that partridge without any. But then again, I did see a male right down the bottom of here by himself. Maybe it's him, maybe he's just looking, but he was shouting his little head off and nobody's shouting back at him. It's very sad. Curlew. I've had quite a good drive around, to be fair. I got some nice curlew footage, which I have to say, usually curlews this time of year, they're not settled, they're not on nests or anything, obviously. They're flying around trying to impress each other. So usually you pull up and they're like, bye, see you later, you're not coming anywhere near me. But with this lens, with that little bit extra zoom, you can like pull up and you're not as close to them, so they're not as bothered. So I did get some footage of them flirting with each other, which is quite nice because, like I say, usually they're just so sensitive. They're like, I'm not interested in you. I'm actually going to take this lens in because I'm nearly done for the night. I think it's gone quite dark. So yeah, that was quite a positive for me. And to be honest, it's performed really well. Like, yeah, sometimes it wouldn't properly focus on things because it couldn't quite pick it up that close to me, but then I think these mirrorless cameras are a bit like that anyway. So I'm hoping that I'm going to like this lens. I'm not 100% decided yet, but yeah, that little bit of extra zoom. And like I filmed a little wagtail, which obviously is a very small bird, and so being able to get that little bit closer to it was good. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying it so far. But my light has gone. It's obviously a bank holiday weekend starting tomorrow. I'm still going to work because I'm self-employed and I have so much work to do at the moment. But yeah, I'm just going to do like maybe half a day tomorrow, and then I usually sit on a night time and put a film on and do some work on my laptop. So yeah, I'll probably just end up doing that. But I hope everyone has a good weekend and enjoys my little bit of footage. I'm going to try and do more like shorter videos like this, I think, because I realise if I film a big video, I go home, I start editing it, I don't have time to finish it, it doesn't get posted, and then like in 2 weeks time it's irrelevant because the birds have had 2 weeks to sit or pair up or build a nest or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to try and just do like shorter, more regular updates. And hopefully edit this tonight. If not, like I said, tomorrow is a half day. I'm going to do a half day, so I should be able to edit it tomorrow. So yeah, but everyone enjoy their Easter weekend.